Hey everybody, welcome to our team call. It is December 3rd, 2019. Today is the day of the VIP Bar Blend launch for coaches. Hallelujah. Welcome to all you guys that are brand new coaches. The best way for you to get started is just to get started. Have fun. Keep it simple. Do your program and be proof the product works every single day. Invite your friends to join you. Invite your family members to join you. Invite your coworkers to join you and help them stay accountable and help them get results. Expand your mindset. The work that you do as a coach with fitness and health and with anything really all stems from mindset work. So we focus on personal development every single day for at least 10 minutes. And a huge kudos to all you women that are working with my mindset coach, Brooke Ritchie. I know I had her on now it's been over a month back. And a lot of you opted in for the money mindset course that she did. And I know you're having a ton of just breakthroughs and a lot of awareness and also keeping up with a lot of mindset practices that are really new and different for you. So I just really value that and I honor that. So just keep expanding your mindset. The work is done every single day on your mind. It's not like you read a book and you've achieved anything. You just got to keep working. New coaches, you want to become a success starter and earn your free ticket to Coach Summit in 2020. And you do that by hitting Success Club for the first 3 months of your business. That's just by helping free people get started with the challenge pack. You can also log into our coach training website at goodvibetribecoaches.com. And we have a handful of great trainings there. The trainings that are in the coach online office. The new trainings are housed there, as well as about 10 or 11 incredible videos from top coaches on our team that are going to help you launch your business and just get the foundation up and going. And then we also have a resource page there with a lot of great resources for you, as well as a sneak peek that you can invite people to, is all housed on our website. So connect with your coach and upline for support. Use our groups, our team call, the team champions page, and just be a change maker. Big congratulations to all of you on the Success Club board this past month, and to all of you, even if you're not represented on this board, that were helping other people or just spent November really focused on yourself so that you could be ready to lead others. Congratulations to all of you. As a team, we helped over 460 individuals get started on a new fitness journey. That doesn't even count the amount of people that were already coaching, customers that came in with anything that wasn't an HDable order. I would have no way to track, because I do it all by Success Club points. But in a month like November, where it's cold and dark and everyone's doing all the tempting things, the fact that we as a team work together and we're able to help 460 new clients get started is truly phenomenal. So congratulations to each of you represented on this board and each of you that are on your journey and helping others. And also a huge shout out to our top coaches this past week. Megan at the top of the leaderboard with 675 PV, and in the 500 club, Jolie, Aaron, Lauren, Katie, and Christina. Congratulations to all of you in the 300 club as well. The volume board is where you want to be, because if you have volume coming in every single week, like 300 to 500 volume points, it means that you're starting to see commissions. And if you're getting those commissions every single week, you're starting to build a really sustainable business. So congratulations to you guys. We had 3 Emerald coaches advance this past week. So a big shout out to Samantha Braddock, our new Emerald, and to Ashley Subak, another new Emerald, and to Tracy Mobley also for becoming an Emerald coach. Emerald is one of the first mile markers in building your team, and it's a huge cornerstone to building your business and really launching the other side of your business outside of just commission sales and helping other people, but now giving people the tools to become a leader, to be part of your mission. And really, it's when I find that a lot of my clients make a bolder decision to take their health and fitness to a higher level of accountability. So knowing that you have women that are really committed to their journey is humongous. It also allows you to tap into team cycle bonuses. And I will say anytime there's a big launch, team cycle bonuses always go up. So if you are a fallen Emerald coach, I would really encourage you to get your Emerald back this week so that on Thursday, you hit Emerald again and the volume is there for you to be able to cycle bonus. So congratulations to you guys. So you're getting bonuses in addition to your commissions. In addition to that, if you're hitting Success Club 5 and you're an Emerald coach, you're going to start getting free company generated leads And if you're hitting Success Club 10 and you're an Emerald coach, you're going to start getting leads that are paid leads. These are people that already purchased product with Beachbody. So it's just basically free commissions coming into you. So I always say, don't leave Beachbody money on the table, go out and get it. When you advance to Diamond, you'll start to join our Diamond leadership group. You'll be invited on our Diamond team trips. And you also just get, well, you get an $18 cycle bonuses, so that grows, but you get respected in a new level. You get seen as a leader to other people in your surrounding, that they understand that you're taking this seriously. And I find that it helps to attract more people to you. And then also you want to advance your business. I would say a great goal for next year, if you're an Emerald or a Diamond, is to advance your business anywhere from 1 to 5 star. And that's really just advancing other leaders on your team, not only for your own growth in your sustainable business, but for your leadership, and also be recognized by Beachbody so you're able to attend the leadership events. Our coach sneak peek, I mentioned, housed on the training website. It's at goodvibetribecoaches.com/coach-open-house. And the code to get in is just good vibes only. So if you have any clients already that are interested in learning about coaching and you're a newer coach, you don't know how to explain it that well, or you want to hear from more seasoned coaches or show them just what the possibility and the potential is, this is a great place to send them. There are videos there from Jacqueline, myself, and Courtney, as well as testimonials and other great things that you can dig into. December promotions, Bar Blend, as you know, launched today for the VIP release. So hopefully you guys all understand the rollout. I'll recap it really quick. From today all the way until the 15th, we have the 10 VIP early access workouts that are just available for coaches. On the 16th of this month, customers will be able to buy. At that point, we will no longer have access to all of these VIP workouts. Instead, both your customers and yourself will have access to 3 workouts, the sample and 2 additional workouts. Those are the 3 workouts that we'll have access to all the way up until January. The week of January 6th, those of you that as a coach that have opted in for this, the week of January 6th, you'll be invited to be in Elise's Super Trainer launch group. And the week of the 6th, you don't have access to all the workouts yet. Rather, that week, she's focused entirely on nutrition and laying the foundation so that when you start your program, you are ready to rock it. And I think that's a really incredible thing that they're doing, because in the past, so many people bit off the fitness and they weren't taking care of themselves with the nutrition. So on the 13th is when you'll have access to all of the workouts, or at least the beginning of the rollout. I'm imagining they'll roll them out like they have with the other ones, where they do them like a week at a time. And they usually release them a few days early so that you have time to download them if you're traveling. So right now, all the bar blend challenge packs and completion packs are $20 off. And then I think I explained the rest of this. And then today also, if you're getting a bar blend challenge pack, you can get 60% off Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset with the purchase of any of those bar blend offers. So that's also really good to tell your clients that maybe have been in your community or interested in an e-course. And then also we have our December Friends and Family active promo codes happening. So yesterday, if you're an active coach, they should have sent you 3 promo codes, and that's for $10 off any challenge or completion pack. That's $140 or above. So it's really incredible because you're able to layer this on top of the deal right now with $20 off bar blend. So let's say you have 3 individuals that want to enroll this week or next week with a bar blend challenge pack as a coach. You can give them your 3 promo codes. So each one would get an additional $10 off. And based on how many promo codes you use by December 13th, Team Beachbody is basically going to match and refill them. So if you use all 3 of your promo codes, they're going to send you another, was it 3 or 6, just in time for the launch. That means you can get up to 6 promo codes this month. So they'll send you another 3 if you use your 3 by December 13th. So use them so you get more and you can help more people. We also had our launch of vegan beach bars, which at BT Dubs are delicious. I ordered 3 boxes of them. I had them at leadership. So hopefully you got in on this. And just a reminder for those of you that maybe purchased, if you're anything like me, you purchased a lot of the seasonal Shakeology flavors. I'm in love with peppermint mocha. I know some of you are in love with pumpkin spice. And maybe you have a lot of Shakeology happening right now. For those of you that want to stay Success Club qualified, so this is really just for those of you that want to stay Success Club qualified, you do need to have at least 90 personal volume points on your own HD order on your account, okay? for Success Club qualification. So if you already have tons of Shakeology, you have a ton of recovery, you have all the things you need, if you get 3 boxes of Beach Bars on Home Direct, that is also 90 PV. So that fills in anything you need for your Success Club qualification as long as you're hitting Success Club. And then also, because it is 3 boxes, total 90 PV, any HDable products that together total 90 PV is worth 2 Success Club points. So even if you had a client buy 3 of the Shakeology boosts and they bought them together on Home Direct, that's also 90 PV, you would get 2 Success Club points for that as well. So keep that in mind. Those are great ways to earn points, and they're not challenge packs. SYSOF Diamond Retreat is coming up, so hopefully you guys are locking in your diamonds. We have 4 more weeks this month, and of course there are a ton of trips that you can qualify for all year long. So if you're a brand new coach, get excited because you're going to be able to qualify to earn your ticket to Summit. You'll be able to qualify for our diamond trips. You'll be able to qualify for our Success Club trip. We have leadership trips. There's so many great things. So just if you want to qualify for the trips, just reach out to your coach, find out what you can qualify for and how you can qualify for it. Okay, so tonight, so I got through that in 10 minutes. So tonight, I wanted to talk about how to slay December and make it your bitch. So I don't really need to leave that slide up. That slide is actually just to help me a little bit. I'm going to look at these slides because it's the stuff that I want to talk to you about. But okay, so the month of December can be, I'm going to be honest, the month of December and January can be finicky months. It really depends. January can be really solid, really good if you do what I'm going to talk to you about doing right now. However, January can also be a little bit fickle because people are still traveling and all over the place. In the past few years, I've had very, very successful Januaries because of what I did in December. And so that's what I'm going to share with you tonight are really, they're maybe like 15 key things. We'll say that I do. And I've broken them down into, I have them on 3 slides, but one is how to slay December and make it your girl to start 2020 strong. The second thing we'll do is what to plan for, because I really want to tell you that there's some things that you should be on the lookout for that are definitely going to happen this December. They happen every December. And then the last thing I want to talk about is how to bring more joy into it all. And then we can open up the conversation. I think we'll get through this pretty quick tonight, so we can open it up and just have some really cool organic team chat so that, yeah, we can talk and I can answer your questions, or the other leaders here can answer your questions. We can talk about Bar Blend, all the things. Okay, so first is how to slay December and make it your girl. I just cleaned up my language to start 2020 strong. So the first thing is to do living your best year ever. I should pull my workbook down. So as I'm trying to reach for this, I will talk to you. Danielle, I haven't mentioned this yet. Hold on, where is my workbook? I can't get it. So Danielle Porter is going to lead this for us this year. This is something that we do every single year. It is a Darren Hardy program. So Darren Hardy is the author of The Compound Effect and many other books, and a motivational speaker and all the things. And he created a program called Living Your Best Year Ever. It is, you can either buy the hard journal, but you don't even need to because we're going to give you the supplies. But this is what the hard journal looks. Oh, that's a passion planner. I have so many things over there. It basically looks like this. The hard journal looks like this. But you honestly don't need the hard journal because we give you the paper to it. But it's a few audios that we have, and it's the document is in a PDF, so you can either write on paper. I highly recommend downloading it. So what I did, what I've done the past couple of years is I sent it to Kinko's to print. And I would just look before you send it off to print, or if you have a really good printer, you can do it. But look before you send it off, because not all the pages need to be printed, because it is like an actual book as well. And if you listen to the audios, you don't need to read the book. So I think for me, I ended up printing off, I can read the pages. It's like page 45 to, it looks like 70 is what I printed off, I want to say. But there might have been some in there that I took out, but it's an actual workbook. So I don't know, there's a lot of writing on mine. It's an actual workbook, but what Living Your Best Year Ever is, like I said, it's a bunch of audios, not a bunch, maybe like, I can't remember now, 5 audios by Darren Hardy. And he walks you through vision and mindset. And you start bringing down all of your goals for the upcoming year. So he has you write, let's see, this is, you do a commitment pledge, and then you have your year in review. So he asks you things like 10 greatest happenings from last year, what I'm most proud of, the 3 accomplishments, 3 greatest lessons I've learned from last year, 3 personal improvements I've made the past year. If I could go back and do it again, what are 3 things I do differently? I mean, this goes on and on and on, right? And then the next step 3 is gratitude. So 3 amazing people in my life are, 3 great things about my home is, 3 great things about where I work, 3 great gifts of unique talent and skill I have. It goes on. And then there's step 4, life assessment. And they have you do from 1 to 5, assess all sorts of different things from family, relationships, physical, business, financial, spiritual, mental. You do a wheel of life based on that. So you kind of see, you chart out where you're missing areas and where you need to spend more time. And then he has you do what's called the grand design. And he has you write out your business goals, your financial goals, your physical goals, your mental goals, your family goals, spiritual lifestyle. You do your top 10 goals, and then you do this magic factor. I mean, it goes on and on. So the reason why I'm telling you there's more steps and there's just like 8 steps. The reason why I wanted to walk you through that is you can hear that you have to take time with this, right? So Danielle Porter is going to lead it in a Facebook group that we've used every single year. And she's going to do it over the next 2 weeks. I believe she's launching it tomorrow. So in our Facebook pages tomorrow, she'll post the link to the Living Your Best Year Ever group. And there'll be prompts over the next 2 weeks. That does not mean that you have to have this work done in 2 weeks, right? Like if you're like, there's just no way I can crack into this for another week, that's fine. This is a goal setting workbook for you. But what I would say is it's really easy to pick this up and put it down and not pick it back up, because it does take work to go through these exercises in there. And I would really, if you're going to do the program, which I would highly recommend, I would really commit to saying, okay, I'm going to get this done by the end of December. And I'm going to start 2020 with my banner goals laid out. I will tell you that this is the program that, to this day, Moira Casabo will tell you, this is a program that has set her up for success and got her doing the work that she's doing now. It is the same program that myself has used, that Jacqueline's used, that all the leaders on the team have used, that have had screaming success every single year. It's because of this program. So we do it every December because it sets you up for success. You can do it at any time of year. But honestly, if you want 2020 to be, like, if you want to start strong, you've got to have a roadmap for where you're going. And I did a share in my accountability community today, and I said, what are your December goals? And don't just tell me I'm going to focus on my fitness. I'm going to focus on my nutrition, because that's not a goal, right? That's not really measurable. Like if you were going to get in a car and you wanted to drive from one side of the country to the other, and I said, well, what's your goal? And you said, well, I just want to focus on staying on the road. Like, you can stay on the road and never get to the other side of the country, right? Like that's maybe a good action, but you've got to know where you're going, and you've got to have a way to know your outcome, reverse engineer your goals, have check-in points. So it's very measurable. So you can see if you're on track. So that's number 1, is do the Living Your Best Year Ever. Number 2, and Living Your Best Year Ever is going to help with this, is get clear on your 2020 goals, on your 2-year goal, on your 5-year goal, and on your 10-year vision. Write it down and read it daily. And again, Moira, if you're using her Rise Up journal, like she's huge on vision. And the reason why she's achieving so much, outside of the fact that she's just an amazing human being and she works really hard, is she's very clear on her vision, right? She knows where she's going. So sit down and do the work to find out your 2-year goals, your 5-year goals, your 10-year goals, and know what your 2020 goals are. The next thing I'd recommend is doing To-Be Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix to a T. Dial it in. And I know you're going to be like rolling your eyes when I say this again. What you do now is going to predict what happens in January. Everyone this time of year is going opposite. And I know I've been saying this for like a month or 2, but it only gets worse from here. The weather gets worse. It just gets colder. There's more tempting foods. People get lazier. You get in bad habits and you stay in bad habits. You need to be the person that's doing opposite. And when you are getting results, like true results that you can see, that people are like, whoa, your skin is glowing. You look like you've leaned out, you've gotten stronger, you have so much energy, like you're sharing all this inspiring stuff, like, and I feel like I'm in a hole, right? When you're that person, guess who they're going to come to later? So you are your own billboard. Don't forget that. In a health and wellness business, you are your own billboard, and how you want to brand your business and show up is completely up to you, right? Like you don't have to have a six pack or be chiseled or any of those things, right? But how you show up and the progress you have in a season where others are falling back is going to be indicative of how many people say to you, like, I've been watching you all season. You're killing it. I want to do what you're doing. You're glowing. I want to glow too. So follow 2B or UPF, do it to a T, dial it in. Same with bar blend, or if you're not on the bar blend bandwagon and you are down with 6 weeks of work, remember we have two things launching at the beginning of the year. We have bar blend, and then we also have 6 weeks of the work, the prep, which is a little bit more accessible version of 6 weeks of the work. So you can be running 2 challenge groups simultaneously, or running 1 challenge group where people are doing either or. So if you're more excited to do 6 weeks of the work right now, stay in your lane and do 6 weeks of the work. You can still do some of the bar in there and show like how to do some of the, bar moves and how exciting it is to have low impact to balance out what you're doing, but stay in your lane and launch what you're going to run with, because the only way you're going to have success with any launch at the beginning of the year, whether it's, whether you're doing I don't care if you're doing a Lift 4 group, whatever you're doing, it's whatever it is that you're loving. If you're not in love with what you're doing, it's going to be really hard to market, inspire, and motivate other people to do it with you. So yes, I always say get behind launches. They're very important to get behind. They will change your business, but also know what you love and be okay with owning what you're loving, because what you're loving is obviously something that's really working for you and it's really getting you results. So work with that. Maybe that's your soulmate program, okay? So whatever you're going to do right now, just dial it the F in. Work on your mindset and share what you learned. So again, like a lot of you I know that are in Brooke's course right now, you guys are doing affirmation work. You're doing the 55x5. You're doing tapping. You're doing all sorts of new things that maybe you've never done before. And what a great opportunity for you to start sharing these tools, right? Whether it's in your challenge groups, and start sharing it with your challengers, like how you're tapping into and improving your mindset, because they need that too. And that's what may inspire them to go next level and become a coach, because their life becomes so radically changed because they're doing the mindset work. Or if there's somebody that's struggling, like reach out to them and say, hey girl, this is a tool that I'm using right now. I'm using this hypnotherapy track and it's really helping me. I'm using this meditation and it's meant the world to me. It's really working for me. I highly recommend it. Be willing to be that person that offers those tools and shares those things, because when you start sharing, you don't have to be an expert at what you're doing, but if you're actively doing it and you're loving it and it's creating a change for you, be willing to pay that forward, right? That's free knowledge. That's free help that you're giving other people, and it builds trust with your market. So work on your mindset and share what you're learning. So that was my first bucket of things. So the second bucket is what to plan for in this season, okay? So things you should just know about that are always going to happen in December. Number 1, you will generally see coach cancellations increase and Shakeology cancellations increase, okay? And there's why. Do you guys know why? I'm doing the 3-day refresh. I'll tell you why. Because it's cold. I had to go make a shake at lunch today and I was like, oh, it's too cold. I need soup, So people are going to say it's too cold to have a shake. So how can you get in front of this, right? So how can you help educate your clients on the importance of maintaining Shakeology through the winter for immune boosting, for gut health, especially gaining probiotics after all the heavy foods that they're having? And how can they enjoy it in ways that it's not cold? Whether that's, I know for chocolate specifically, I always tell people to add cinnamon, which is a warming spice, and a little dash of cayenne pepper, which makes it taste like a Mayan chocolate. Like if you add cherries, it tastes like a Mayan chocolate. But it also warms you up when you have hot herbs like that, spices, right? It warms you up on the inside. So even though you're having something chilly, you're also getting a warm essence from it. Or maybe it's teaching them how to make it into things. I know you're not technically supposed to bake Shakeology, but There are things like mug cakes and things like that. So find the recipes on Pinterest, find them on the Beachbody blog, and be willing to share those with your community and keep them excited about the different ways that they can use Shakeology this season. And the reason why a lot of coach cancellations are going to come in right now too, and some Shakeology cancellations will also come in a lot, is because people are starting to allocate money towards other things for the holiday, whether it's travel, gifts for other people. Everybody puts their health on the back burner. So again, be proactive and think about now how you can be in front of that, and really encouraging people to stay the course with their health through this very crazy time of season where it's really easy to put everything else before you. And that health and fitness is the best investment you can always make. It never goes out of fashion, and it's never something that's going to be wasteful. Another thing to plan for is people are not going to get back to you. You're probably like, well, I've noticed that in this business. But even more so right now, because as you know, we're all crazy busy and we're pulled in a zillion ways. Well, this time of year, people are pulled in even more ways. So again, be in front of this. What will your check-in and follow-up system be? You're going to have clients that enroll with you that before they start, they stop, right? Like you're sending them a message to get them going and you're not hearing anything back. And it's not that they don't want to start, it's that life is getting in the way. So what is your follow-up going to look like? And what is your check-in system going to look like that is encouraging and supportive, but also like, hey, I'm not going to let you slip away this season. And then also for those people that aren't enrolled yet, that are expressing interest, or that you are sending invites to that aren't responding, just because they're not responding doesn't mean they're not watching. Here's a really great example. I had a woman on Instagram who makes like website templates that cost a fortune and they're beautiful. And I was looking at her like a month ago and I'm like, gosh, I would really like to update my website. I've been thinking about it for the entirety of 2019 is like getting this website done. And I'm like, oh, but that cost, and I'm going to have to do the work. Like it's a template. Like I have to do the work. I'm like, that's me. Time and effort and energy. And I wrote her and I took up some of her precious time asking a lot of questions. And I was like, I'm very interested, but like, I don't know, like I'm really busy right now, which was true. I was traveling right when I started connecting with her. And she was like, great, I have a spot open for November if you want it. I never got back to her. She followed up with me, just super nice, and gave me a follow-up. And I was like, oh my gosh, life is so busy right now. I'm interested, but it's just not the right time. And all she did is what we tell you to do is every now and again, she would show up on my social media. She would maybe tag me in something that she posted, like a fun little thing, like, what would you rather do, travel, or would you travel for 5 years if you could, or would that be too long? I don't remember. It was like a yes or no question. She just tagged me in it, or a little thing. She'd drop me a memo and be like, oh my gosh, she'd watch my story and say, oh my gosh, you look so cute today, or that workout looks killer, or whatever it is. Just made conversation with me, so she stayed relevant in my mind. And guess what happened on Black Friday? Actually, after Black Friday, I think it was Cyber Monday. I don't know what day it was. It's all just been a phase. She posted this thing, and it came up on my feed, and I watched her story, and I was like, I want to start 2020 on fire, and that means completing my goal right now. And without even really thinking about it, like I talked to her about it, but I didn't do anything. I literally pulled the trigger like that. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy it. Asked her some questions. And then within 20 minutes of me annoying her, I spent a fortune and bought her program. And for the past 48 hours, I've literally been in front of my computer building my website. So remember that. What is your follow-up system going to look like? What are your touch points and your check-ins going to look like so you stay relevant and you stay exciting and you keep showing your work, so that those who are watching, and when they're ready, they're going to go after it, right? How are you going to do that follow-up? Plan for momentum to build as you improve yourself. So as Alana says, improve yourself to impress yourself. So on what was for me the last slide, when I said, do 2B or Ultimate Portion Fix to a T right now, and do Bar Blend or 6 Weeks of the Work to a T right now. Like Lauren Nelson just did, which, by the way, if Lauren's on, like, shout out to Lauren for going diamond like 2 weeks ago. I didn't get the memo. I needed to put that on the slides and I just remembered. So Lauren did 6 weeks of the work. She did MM100. and I'm probably going to throw you under the bus, but she did MM100 and she had decent results, but didn't change a ton. And she did 6 weeks of the work. It's only 6 weeks. And she literally dropped, I want to say 14 pounds and 15 inches or something phenomenal. And you see the photo and you're just like, whoa, what just happened? And I was like, wow, your body loves Amwala. And she's like, my body loves minding my nutrition. And I mean, there is not one person on this call that is benign to that, you know, that same answer, right? So it's amazing. But she got her results photo. She did 6 weeks of the work. She did it already. She got out of her way. So if she wants to have a little playtime during the holidays, she probably can have a little leeway because she's got that killer results photo and she knows what she needs to do to lock it in for 6 weeks. So that's where you guys are at right now. So momentum's going to build as you improve yourself. You are your billboard. Be willing to do the work. People are going to notice. I'm really dialed in right now. And literally people are writing me and they're like, how are you still shrinking? And my weight is essentially the same. You know, I just look tighter and leaner. Plan to share more on social now, be more inspiring, and to watch then ever. And to be watched is what I meant. Plan to share on social more now, be more inspiring, to watch, be more inspiring to watch. People are going to watch. A lot of people are, they're early nights. A lot of people are sitting down and they're on their social media a lot more right now, doing a lot of scrolling, a lot of shopping, a lot of, I wish I wouldn't be eating cookies right now. Like, why is she working out? She looks amazing, right? Like, be that person who is constantly popping up on other people's feed and has the most inspiring feed and is just having fun. Have so much fun. I have made it a personal commitment. I was getting a little lazy on my Facebook, if I'm being very honest. I really ran with Instagram and got real lazy on my Facebook, and I would post on Facebook every like 3 days. And I did that for probably most of this year. And obviously that's not where my market is right now, but that's where my market is going to be. So I recommitted to posting every single day on Facebook, to sharing my journey, to getting more loud, to sharing all the things. And it's already paying off. So I highly recommend getting really loud right now. Plan for your business to have an upswing in January, February, March, and April. So if you do the work that I'm telling you to do now, you will feel the upswing in January, because January after the New Year's, when we do like the super trainer launch with Elise, like that group right there, like get in with Elise, be coached by a super trainer. Like I'm getting coached by her. This, you know, I'm following her nutrition plan, like all the things. People will jump in with that with you at the top of the year. Generally at the top of the year, I always hit like SC ridiculous amounts because of the work I do now on my physical self, on my mindset, and everything that I do through the holidays. It creates an upswing. If you fall off track during the holidays, you will not have a successful January. You might get in Success Club, but you're not going to have this huge upswing. February is where an upswing also happens. Generally speaking, and this is actually a statistic I learned from Carl Deichler a few years ago, is that after, what is that big football game? After the Super Bowl, after the Super Bowl is when people actually consider the holiday to be over. Up until the Super Bowl, like people are still doing all the things and eating all the things. And after the Super Bowl is when they're finally like, okay, I mean, there's just like Valentine's Day after that, but like, okay, I'm actually it's time to get out of my dark hole. So February is usually bigger, and then March and April's always a big month. We'll have the release of, 10 rounds? I can't remember the name, 10 rounds, with Joel. So that'll be another big upswing month. And then use quieter time right now. This is the last thing to plan for. Use quieter time right now to build more systems and resources for your business. So whether that's like right now, I'm working on developing a new website because I want to have a beautiful website launch at the beginning of the year that can say, are you ready to transform in 2020? And I want my website to look better than any website out there and to get everybody that's super hungry for transformation, right? So I'm going to have something special of my own launching. So whether that's an ebook, or maybe you're doing a fun you create a challenge right now. Think of a fun challenge. It could be a free challenge that you want to do, or a paid challenge that you want to do where you add your own flavor to it. Or maybe it's just simply systems. Like if you know, hey, I am committed to my health, and I know that in January, I'm going to be a diamond coach, I'm going to enroll everyone as a coach, and I'm going to have a team, then you better have systems in place so that you can have, your Facebook group and, your team systems and your onboarding process and your team trainings and all the things that you want to do. So use your quieter time now to lock all that stuff in place so you feel very set up for success. And then the last thing I want to talk about tonight is finding the joy in, and then we'll just open the rest up to just conversation for the team. But find the joy in. So find the joy in the process. And the question is, what would make you enjoy what you're doing more? And when I say that, yeah, part of it is like, what would make me enjoy coaching more? Like, how can you bring more joy into it? Is it that you actually want to go to like Whole Foods and do talks, right? Do you want to go to community centers and do talks? Do you want to meet physically with people one-on-one? Or do you want to do Zoom calls one-on-one? Do you want to do group calls? Like, what would bring more joy for you? Is it mission-based? Is it helping people at a school? Is it creating, like, I love to create my own stuff? And then the second question is, what makes your adherence to your program and your nutrition more rewarding? So how are you going to find more joy in following 2B or Ultimate Portion Fix right now? Or how are you going to find more joy in doing Bar Blend or 6 weeks of the work? So find the joy in it, because if you feel like you have to do it for work, it will become unjoyful. But when you can get back to a seat of joy and remember like why you love doing it and what you want to create and the rhythm, like the ripple you want to spread with it, like start to think about creatively how you can add more joy. And then also your goals. So make sure you're setting joy goals as often as you set business goals. So if your business goal this month is to hit Success Club 6, or your business goal this month is to achieve a diamond rank or a star diamond rank, or your business goal this month is to help 10 clients, or whatever it is, what is the joy goal that goes along with that? I know it is joyful to achieve your goals, but what is the joy goal? Is it that, well, I've hit Success Club 6, so I earned an extra $150. I'd love to take my husband out to dinner. Is it that I wanted to help 10 clients this month so that I could create a, I don't know, what is joyful? Like more money coming in. I keep thinking money. So I could go on a trip, right? So I could treat someone to something. Or what is it? Maybe for Diamond, the joy goal is going on a trip, right? So what is the joy goal that goes along with it? Maybe it's giving yourself a pedicure or taking yourself to the spa. It could be so many things. And then find more joy in your hobbies, and even ask yourself, what are you doing outside of launching your coaching platform? And what are you doing outside of Team Beachbody as a creative outlet that feeds your soul? And this might be a very easy question, or it might be a hard question. And, for years, Keyshawn would ask me this when I was building my business early on, because my creative outlet and pastime was always nutrition and health. So when I started doing Team Beachbody, she's like, well, what do you do for hobbies? And I'm like, well, this is my hobby. She's like, yeah, but what do you do outside of it? And I was like, this. And, luckily, because of my personality, I was able to not burn out. But most people who do the amount of work I've done in the past 6 years and not have other things outside of it balancing it would really struggle. So, what are your hobbies? Is your hobby, if your hobbies travel, are you traveling? Is it hiking? Are you getting out? Is it stuff you're doing with your family? Is it using your creative outlet and resources? Is it so many things, right? But really think about what your hobbies are and how you can tap into more joyful hobbies right now, because if you're focused just on your business, you're going to burn out. And then find more joy in your vision. So I told you to write down your vision to discover your 2020 vision, your 2-year, your 5-year, your 10-year, and to do the Living Your Best Year Ever program. And that Living Your Best Year Ever program really will rock your world. It really will. If you commit to the work in it, it will really rock your world. But how can you find more joy in reading your vision every single day? Is it allowing yourself to go into meditation and to really see it? And is it to be able to taste it or feel it? Is it to be able to get an accountability partner or a mindset coach that you can talk with it through? You have to be able to lean into it, to believe it, to trust it. but most importantly, to act on it. So every single day, when you know what your vision is, every single day you need to show up as if, making the choices as if you are that person who has already achieved all that you desired. What did it take for her to get there, and how did she find the joy throughout the process? And I think those are really important questions to ask yourself every single day when you know where you're going or what your vision is what did it take for this achieved version of me to get there, and how did I find the joy through it? Because as you know, hard work is hard work, and it's not always puppies and lollipops. All right, well, that was all that I wanted to share with you this evening. I just felt like there are some really strong ways to feel on fire at the top of the year, but it does take really hunkering down in these last 4 weeks of the year and choosing to be intentional and purposeful with what you're doing with this time. And I know when you do the inner work, the magic naturally begins to happen. So with all that said, we still have some time for some organic chat. I'm really curious, actually. I have to read the chat box. But for those of you that are in the mindset course with Brooke Ritchie, if you're on the call, I would love for you to share some of the things, some of the takeaways that maybe that you're learning, or practices that you're utilizing that are really helping you, that maybe some of the women that didn't take advantage of the course can start to bring into their life right away. I'll have to see if Brooke will be able to do another course for us, but I would love to hear from you ladies. Does anyone want to share?
I'll share.
I can share. Oh,
Wait, Whitney, you go first and then I'll go.
okay. I'll be quick. I guess as many times as people tell you that your mindset matters the most, I didn't believe it. And then I started working with Brooke, and she just, these like simple techniques have been like life changing so far. I do the hypnosis track every night and morning, and we just got into like writing affirmations and writing like beliefs, and just like the forgiveness exercises that we've been doing has been monumental, of like forgiving myself for past stuff, or just like forgiving myself for believing things. And I think my biggest takeaway is when Brooke says, can you just believe that you can do it? Or can you just, what's her little thing? She says, like, do you think you can, or do you believe that you can do that? Or can you believe that you can work towards that? I just think that's really cool. And I'm just learning a lot. And if people do get the opportunity to work with her in the future, do it. And I feel like it's making me want to show up more in other aspects of my life that I haven't been. So that's it. Jennifer, the floor is yours. I got to get back to this bar workout.
Okay. Well, what Whitney was saying, I've been doing the hypnosis in the morning and before I go to bed. It's all about reprogramming your subconscious when you're in the theta brainwave state. And because your subconscious doesn't know any difference. So that's been very helpful for me and very relaxing. But then also she does the EFT, emotional freedom technique, which is tapping different meridians on your head and repeating positive statements or things that you want. It kind of resets you, gets rid of your negative beliefs or negative self-talk. And so I've been doing that as well. And then 55 by 5, writing down like positive affirmations. And I think we're talking about hypnosis this week, but just a lot of things that I was already sort of doing, but now it's more like practicing. I actually have hired Brooke to be my own coach, which I was like it was a Jen Sincero moment. It's like, okay, I'm just going to manifest this money and hire her because she's been so helpful. And she's also been helpful with me in like my art career as well. So it's good.
Yay, super proud of you guys. Thanks for sharing. And I'm so glad that you hired her. She's amazing, as you guys know. Does anybody want to share about the VIP bar release today? Does anybody have any anything they want to celebrate, or if they felt like they had a really awesome day, how they prepared for that so that you could hit the ground running. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Okay, so anything else in general you guys want to chat about on tonight's call? Any questions you have? Anything you want support with that I can address or that other leaders on the call can address for you?
I will say about the bar thing, Cece, who is my coach, she and a couple other people have like a sneak peek, and so I've been inviting to that. And then a few of us on Thanksgiving did a Zoom workout like Courtney talked about last week. So, and that was really fun. So I think I might start doing that again, inviting people to a Zoom workout where we can all do it together. And just following up with people, just doing the things.
I have a question and comment. I did one thing I haven't done in like a year and a half or a year since T20, but I made a Facebook event about it, and I'm already at SC2 with a couple other people like ready to go. So that was actually helpful for me this time around of like getting interest. And then I had a question about like, maybe we can talk about it on another call, but maybe doing a team wide. I know we'll have the coach group with blanking Elise herself, but if we wanted to do like a Soul Warriors or just like a bigger Good Vibe Tribe bar Facebook group as well, or use the challenge tracker just to get like more buzz and excitement, I would be down to do that as well if anyone else is interested.
Yeah, every time there's a launch, we usually do like a team-wide launch group so that everybody has a community that's just focused on that. So we'll do that in January, and I would love for everyone on the team to support that. I'll be traveling a little bit in January, so I definitely won't be taking the helm totally on it, but most certainly what we've done in the past is kind of divvied up the challenge group guide to some of the diamond leaders on the team or other rising leaders and given them the opportunity to really show up for the community, and then everybody supports it together. So that would be really fun, and I definitely want to do that. All right, guys, any other questions? If not, I'm going to close the call up just a couple minutes early. Okay. and so it is said, unsaid. Well, thank you guys for getting on the call tonight. I hope there was something on the call that spoke to you. I just really, like I said, I really wanted you to have a plan to really attack these last 4 weeks of the month, and also just to be on the lookout for those things I mentioned, like get ahead of the cancellations that come in this time of year, get ahead of the people saying that it's too cold to drink Shakeology, get ahead of those follow-ups and those check-ins, and just be that person that you want to watch. Be the person you want to watch. Be the person who shows up every single day and inspires your feed and gets you out of your way. And so you're just laying on your couch thinking, I want to be doing whatever she's doing. I just don't have that energy right now, because they will remember you. So be that person. Have a great night, you guys. I love you. I am so deeply grateful for you. I hope you all had a happy holiday and happy Thanksgiving. I'll do a post-call discussion in the team page in case anybody wants to share. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.